Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Lilibet channel. Hello, how's everybody in the world today, tonight, afternoon, and your time? Mega love shout out to all my members, and for those not yet rejoin their membership, feel free to go back to my membership and rejoin. I really appreciate it. And of course, mega love shout out to my new subscribers who subscribed my channel, and to all my pioneer and new viewers here in the Philippines and outside Philippines. Hello, how are you doing, guys? And of course, to all my generous donators and super chats. Hello. So this is update on my channel because I have a short announcement. And this coming Sunday, East time, I have a live streaming. And that's very interesting topic that I can share with you guys, especially for those Westerners wants to retire in the Philippines or wants to for good, and of course visit Philippines. And I will explain my announcement later. But as of now, because here we expected typhoon, but it's not, the target in Luzon. I know, no, that's in Batanes. That's northern Luzon. So as of now, here in Metro Manila, it's just like windy, not much rain. But in the other places outside Manila, it's kind of a rainy and windy. So hope they are safe. Actually, it's month of rainy season, but it's just like we have La Nina, El Nino season. So the summer it will be a little longer than the normal summer season here in the Philippines. So here in Metro Manila, the problem if we have El Nino or drought season is just like some areas here, they have a shortage of water supply. But as of now, in my place, we're good. We don't really experience water shortage, okay? And then, the blackout or brownout. So we're good. But some area outside Metro Manila, yes, like Cavite, Batangas, Laguna, some part of that area they experience, a blackout. Just like a few days ago that, like over 12 hours, no electricity. So if there's no electricity here in the Philippines, automatically no internet connection. And of course, here in Metro Manila, the electricity power company is Meralco. So not all area or all area in the Philippines is under the Meralco uh, company. So here in Metro Manila or National Capital Region or NCR is Meralco. So they announced that they have to raise, the electricity bills for every kilowatt hour. Actually, last month we pay, we don't expect that much, that that our usually our electricity bills here is just like about 150 US dollar, but that time we pay about over 200 US dollars because of the price increase of electricity here in the Philippines. I will wait for a few minutes and I will discuss this announcement. So, guys, stay tuned this coming Sunday in East time, that would be Sunday, and then Saturday, that's in the West time. So, that would be evening time and morning time here in the Philippines. Of course, I would like also to make a love shout out to all my friends and Facebook, friends in YouTube, and to all my friends in WhatsApp. Hello. When before I start, my live streaming, I have so many stuff that I don't, I cannot able to do on StreamYard. Before I can able, to upload video or intro, but you have to, they make it into a business. So I think the reason why, because they think, oh, there's a lot of people using StreamYard, so the free is no longer available. Okay, so I was surprised that, oh, before I can do this, now I can't. So maybe if there's a lot of people coming on my StreamYard, I will do that, go to their plan. But as of now, my income is based on people who visited and who donate or send super chats. That's one thing. Okay, so Frank said, as you come into the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe, and feel free to comment. Are they still sleeping? Where's all my Filipino subscribers? Where are they? Guys, I would like also to announce about, my membership price. Okay. So there's so many changes in StreamYard that you no longer able to get that for free. Okay, how about, you can before you can upload music, but there's a limit, just one or two music that you can able to upload, and then video. Okay, for the video that, like, somebody will send you a super chat, you can show in the video how you appreciate. It's no longer that. Okay, so you have to go to their hi Kiss, good morning. I notice you love your games on your phone. And sometimes I go there if I have free time. And I love that also. One of the factors, guys, that people will like forgetful. You all you have to do, just let your mind be productive by do the crosswords or puzzles. It helps your brain active. So that's one thing, guys. um I like that also. But you have to be, like I want to, I want also to try to play Sudoku. So again, feel free to come and share your, ideas and thoughts about, my update on my channel. So before I do this, the live stream, I'm thinking that, oh, I have to do this in, in the poll area, because in our poll area there's a internet, but it's not as clear as here in the house, because there's so many people use the internet there. That's a public internet, so it's gonna be digital or blurry. So I decided to go here in my place, so that I can able to give a good audio, good video. So okay, I already. So just feel free, guys, for those ones to uh, join on the live chat. Feel free. Okay, so the reason why I just do this, update on my channel, because there's so many things that I would like to inform everyone, especially for those people who come on my channel. I really appreciate that, guys, okay? Men and women. So for those men, okay, for those men who contacted me in WhatsApp, okay, so here's the thing, guys, that I have that thing that if it's too personal question, I will not. But it's just like sometimes um it's hard, for me, to not to answer that or refuse to answer that, because I also value people who really Okay. What did you say, Kiss? Okay, Lilibet, knowledge is power. I agree with that. If you use the if you use it correctly, educate your brain, keep it active. I agree with that, Kiss. We would like to hear what topics you would like to hear about in the future. Oh, so I'm gonna do that by Sunday because there's a good topic that I would like to discuss and share with my viewers and my subscribers. Okay. So here's the thing, guys, that for those people wants to contacted me on WhatsApp, okay, if it's important, guys, okay, the thing is I'm just want you to know that the things that I'm doing before is no longer that. All right? So for those wants to know about like consultation, good morning, Joseph. Hello, how are you? How are you doing there? It's no longer that, guys, because I'm the type of person that somebody go to my WhatsApp and contacted me for ask me things like that about they have a question, they have a problem. I'm very accommodating to them. All right, so I realized that some people they take advantage for that. So now I'm no longer gonna do that. Okay, so if you really want my advice, if you really want my honest advice and opinion about your problem, all you have to do just send me a donation. Okay? I don't ask for amount. I ask for donation. So it's up to you how much you're gonna send it to me. Because number one, I have time also to do things in myself, in my private life. Now you go there and talking to me is just like uh, you have to pay my time. Okay, so I'm just saying that because it's part of my business. All right, so if somebody will go, or example, if you send donation on my channel, you want to know or you want some of my advice, or you want me to introduce you for somebody who will give you a legal advice, then fine for me. But please don't ask personal question about my personal life. It's out of that. Okay, that's the reason why I don't really want to share my private life online, because a lot of people, particularly men, are very curious about my private life. So I don't want you to be curious on my private life, okay? Because I I'm here, okay? I know somebody, guys, it's normal for us to be attract in opposite sex, okay? And that's it. Okay? You don't have to 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 build a a, a relation. It's okay to build a friendship. Okay? Real friendship with no benefits, okay? Or no string attached. And I really value that. I'm the type of person that when it comes to friendship or friends, I really value them. But the problem is they are the one not value me. They are the one who disrespect me. So I just back out being their friends or being their friend, because is no good, is wasting of time. You there for that person, but they are not value you as friend. They are there for you just to play you, or they just try what kind of woman is this, what kind of woman is Lily is, what, how how can I get into her space. No, you are not. No matter what, okay, guys. I'm very, I'm very friendly person, but like I said, there's a certain things I will not, I will not entertain because I don't need a FBI. I don't need NBI. Women are good with that. And I 100% investigated those, except for those good people. They have a good intention, and their intention is purely gold or purely good. I appreciate them. I can tell how they ask the question on me, even though that it's too personal. As a person that I treated them like my friend, I give that value when they ask. Okay, so don't take advantage about that when I nice to you. Okay? It's no good. I'm not the type of person that no matter what, I know about like out of 10 people who contacted me, just 3% of people who really nice to me, okay, they really want to know a point of a woman when they dealing with a woman. But the rest of that 7% is just like they really want me to give a space for them. But sorry to say this, guys, I will not give that space or spot. In my life, just only Frank can get that the whole space or whole spot in my life. Nobody will take that. Yes, true. Be civil with your questions. Because if you're gonna ask, if you ask for, uh, uncivil question, I will object. Team stateside. Yeah, just one thing, guys, that I will, I have my own way of investigate people. It doesn't matter if you're men or women. So there's a certain things that, oh, it's below the belt. I have to say something. It's no longer comfortable on me. It's no longer right. So I have to say something. Okay. Things that people contacted me online, particularly on my WhatsApp. I don't want to be mean to you guys, but you know what you're doing. You know what you're saying. All right? So don't think that I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're saying. But the only thing is just like I still have a respect on you. Okay? So again, my WhatsApp number and my email address in my channel on my description, that's for people who really want to, like, if they want to ask a legal advice, I'm there. I'm there. I can recommend whose people you gonna go if you have a problem when it comes to legal advice. I know some people that you can go there, or opinion, if you need advice, because some of my show, some of my live stream, when it comes to relationship, if you're aware or if you're regular watch on that, you can learn right there. Okay, right there you can learn from that. So that's my announcement, that things that I'm doing online, if you are asking a personal question on me, I will not entertain you. And one thing, if you really want to know about Philippines, if you really want to know about Filipino women, I'm just straight in your face. You need to send me a donation for that. How much? It's up to you. As long as you send donation on my channel. So if you ask a personal question about myself, if you ask question that I know, there's a lot of men contacted me on my WhatsApp that they really want, you know, the term hitting on me. I will not entertain that, because like I said, nobody will take frank spot on my space. That's it. And do you think I'm right what you said? Like I said, I don't need the FBI. I don't need the NBI. NBI is just like equivalent of FBI here in the Philippines. National Bureau of Investigation. FBI, what's the FBI stands for? Federal FBI. Federal Bureau of Investigation. Correct, for those American, correct me if I'm wrong. Federal Bureau of Investigation, is that the meaning of FBI? But it's just like the thing, guys. Example, if I'm single, oh, anyone is welcome. Okay, but now, you know, I will not do that. Okay, I will not. Frank said she will give you a good advice for you visit to Metro Manila. And here's the thing, guys. And then for those people wants to come here in Metro Manila, okay, when it comes to, like, if somebody will hire me as a tour guide, you know, you can contact me in my WhatsApp, but it doesn't mean that I will go for it. So it depends the agreement, and it depends how much you're gonna pay me. Okay? I will not go with you as a tourist guide if it's free. No, I will not. That's my prerogative. Okay, so if you're really willing to pay me as your tour guides, okay, let's talk uh closed door. Okay, I don't want to talk this online, because people will be curious about that. I don't need hire advisor. I don't need hire attorney, because I have that. I have that. Okay. So the only thing is that I hope people will will understand what I really want to to uh, tell. Okay, so it's not the thing that some people will tell, oh, I will not, I will not go to her channel, I will unsubscribe. Okay, it's fine for me. Okay, so I don't want people think that I'm like that, but I don't do in action. So I want people think that, you know action and words, I'm like that. Okay. Because guys, I've been, I just, here's the thing that I will give a chance to those people. Like, I first time that I did a tourist guide to an American. He's living in Hawaii. He's a nice guy. Okay, he's a nice guy. He said he gave some presents on me, and I really, he said that, I go to the other show, and we met there. And then he said that, first time he came here in the Philippines, he's serious that he wants me to be his um, tour guide. I did that because I know that his intention was purely good. Okay, he's a nice man. Okay, he's the one who shouldered everything, the expensive, the food. So what I did is I did, I bring him to the landmark here, that if you're a traveler, if you cannot visit this place, your travel is not really memorable. Okay, so I bring him to Luneta Park. And then I introduce some Filipino food. Okay, so he's the one, and then I asked him, would you like to try some Filipino food? And then I let him eat green mango. As you can see that, guys, I have that short video. Okay, and I, most of, Western people, particularly American, that they don't really want to eat that. And I expect that he refused, but I found out that he likes the green mango with shrimp paste. Okay, and then I introduced some Filipino food to him, and he likes it. Okay, as you can see on the video that I let him eat first, not me. I let him eat first because the food that I introduced to him, I already ate it. Okay? So I want him to feel that I'm very warm welcome here to my country. And that's it. And after that, I don't accept those people that I don't really know. And I can tell that man is a gentleman. Okay, he's so nice to me. And I shown the way that he talked to me. He has manners. He has respectful personality. That's why I go with it. Okay? And then he gave me a consideration about that. He gave me something that, oh, even though, because, if you're going to hire a tourist guide, you're going to spend a lot of money. Look, if you're going to go to Intramuros, guys, how much money you going to pay there? If they're going to go around riding on the Kalisa, what do you call that, the horse that fall out, the cart? We call that Kalisa. You're going to pay there about like 1,800 up. It depends what area in Intramuros, that's in Manila, you gonna visit. But now, I'll change that. I'll change that. It's no longer, that's the only first person and last that I can able to give my service free. Okay? So if you don't, it's okay for me, no big deal. As long as you know my rules for that. And everything this with the permission of Frank, okay? I don't do things that he don't have he has no idea. Everything this I'm doing online, he's behind of that. Okay? So the thing is, for those people that wants to contacted me, if you wants to know about things that's what's in the Philippines, or some business, or you want to buy a condo, or about buying land, I can help you that. But the thing is, you have to send me donation for that, okay? And you will give me 100% legit advice. If the price is right, we will drive you around, show you the city. Yeah, because we have car, okay? Actually, that time when I do that with my friend, I don't want to mention his name, okay? We don't have, we don't have car that time. So I told him, it's okay, you're gonna pay this. And then he said, okay, fine. Because he has a good intention for that. But I don't really want him to go around, because it's just like he just stay here in Metro Manila for 3 days. Okay? So first time he arrived here, it's nighttime. So he has to rest for a while before he met me. So that's second day. So I don't want him to get tired, because he gonna go to Davao to meet the Filipinas family, because he has a Filipina girlfriend. And in fact, the Filipina girlfriend is, she's get jealous on me. And then, he said that you don't need to jealous with her, okay? She's a married woman. She's a decent, and she's nice, okay? But Filipino are very jealous about that. They don't really believe on that. All right. But me, I can tell that my intention is purely honest. So that's the thing, guys. Like Frank said, if the price is right, we will drive you around, show the city. So, yeah, it will. I've been a lot of Western men, okay, coming here in my place. I give them a Filipino hospitality, okay. Because they are nice to me. I mentioned, oh, who come here? Well, number one is Jerome Craig, the average man unplugged. He's from Ohio, Cincinnati. He coming here twice. And if he's coming here in the Philippines, he's always welcome here. Because you know what? I treated him like my brother. We treated him like a family. So when he come here at the first time, so I'll give you a story about when Jerome come here. It's just like, when I observe about him and he observed about me, he was so shocked. We both shocked. Because, first time in his life coming here in the Philippines, a Filipino wife wearing an apron. And then when he looked in my place, that, he said that, he might scared about, to drop something in the floor because the house is spotless. Okay. And that's how I treat my place. This is my home. Okay, especially Frank is with me. Frank is my home. So I don't want my home look nasty or disgusting home. I will not. Okay. So he feels like that he has to be careful, but I told him, no, don't think that. Feel free, feel at home. And then the second time around, he's feel very comfortable. I let him and Frank talking. They LOL while they're talking. They sitting in the couch and I was there in the kitchen. If I say something, they just let me in say something. But I let them enjoy their conversation. Okay? And he feels comfortable. And I told him, no, feel free, whatever you want, you know, everything is there. Just let me know, okay? I will give that. But in fact, when we have a visitors, everything I will, I'm very, accommodating. I ask them, whatever, drinks they want. They want snack, they want this, blah blah blah. I have so much stuff to offer them because I want them to feel comfortable while they're here in my home. That's the one thing that I want them feel, because I want them to feel coming back here that they are my, extended family. Okay? So that's it. If Jerome will contact us, oh, Jerome, anytime you can come here. You're welcome here in my home. That's the thing. That's the number one thing, guys, that if you shown respect, if you shown uh, value to those people who valued you, that's how people will treated you. But the thing is, majority of people that contacted me, I thought they are they are nice to me, but it's not. I shown and I can smell disrespect on me, but I don't want to be mean to them, but I have to keep distance to them. Okay. And who's the second coming here? uh, my friend, simply Sharon. She's from Cebu City. She married to an Englishman, white Englishman, and I welcome them. And we have so much, me and Sharon will be friends for so many years. Same age with my channel. So my channel is turned 4. So we'll be friends 4 years, okay? So we share our thoughts, we share our we share our opinion about those people who mean to us. We share that. So I really valued our friendship. Okay, when she come here, because this the first time she come here, I'm totally busy. I'm totally swamped for that. So I told her that they decided to come back on the second time, and I told her, oh, on the second time I prepared food for her and for her husband. So that's how I good to treat my people, because it's just like, that's the thing, guys, that if you go to the place that you have no friends and then you visited your friends that you are not comfortable, you will not able to go back. to meet them because you feel uncomfortable for them. I don't want people feel for that situation. I want them feel comfortable. Okay? So, when they come here in my home, I don't wearing my gold. I don't wearing my diamonds. I don't wearing. I'm just a simple woman. Because here's the thing, guys. If you show something a lot so bling bling on your on your body, you let people not comfortable. Okay. Did you know David and Rose? Yeah, I know. Actually, I already sent email to Rose. I'm wailing. A long time ago. Before that, I want to invite her to an interview or to meet in person, but she's not interested of that. So I leave that alone. During the era of passport bro, this is during the lockdown. Okay, there's so many Filipino blogger that I invite, for an interview, but some they take it, some they just ignore, so I leave that thing alone. So that's the thing, guys. So for those people who valued me as a friend, okay, I truly valued you guys, okay. Shown me respect, shown me that I also value, okay. I will be your friend, real friend. It's just like love. If you don't know what love is, you cannot really give to that to a person. Maybe it's just the definition of, you know, last. That's majority of people think that's love. No, it's not. So that's one thing. And then the third is, of course, my dear friend, 8,000 miles away. And I like her girlfriend, Virginia. So Virginia, she's older than me, so I call her Ate. So I love Ate Virginia and of course Vic. They are a very good couple for me, huh? For me. So we enjoy, we have fun here, talk about something live, because that time when my friend 8,000 miles away coming here, it's the first time he came here in the Philippines. So that's a good thing, guys. Okay, for those, Western people, particularly American, okay, if you really value friendship, you don't feel homesick. Okay, you don't feel homesick because there's somebody there, like in the Philippines, that willing to be comfort you. You don't feel homesick because I think that's the reason why some American, they hesitate to go to the other country because of that. They don't know people there, they don't have friends there. So is my chance especially for those people who really value me as a friend, it's your chance, it's your privilege. Okay, because I will not feel you are different from us. I'll make sure that you are I make sure that you feel same with us. I don't want you to feel you're different from us, because most of people they treated their friends that, oh, they are superior than them. I will not let my friends feel for that. Because friendship is not the measurement what you have in your body, okay, what food you eat. What matter is how you treated your friend. Are you treated your friend as literally friend, or are you treated your friend is like you're better than them? I will, which one? But I'll make sure that I treated my friend equal. So that's my update, guys. Okay, so once again, for those wants to know about things here in the Philippines, what kind of business, how much money you gonna have on your pocket or your savings if you want to stay here in the Philippines. Stay tuned for this coming June, because we're gonna talk about money. We're gonna talk about the Western status, how much money you gonna have if you gonna be in the middle class, upper middle class, or rich. Okay, because here in the Philippines, uh, middle class, less, middle class, upper middle class, below middle class, and rich. So that's very interesting. You can come here so that you will able to generate your income or your money while you decided to come here in the Philippines. Okay, so I'll give you the amount that you can consider yourself as a middle class or rich. Okay, so I will discuss that this Sunday. That's very interesting topic. So I hope that you have spare time and visit my channel. So for those people wants to contacted me in a right way with the manners and respect, I will catering you guys, but you have to click the dollar sign, okay? Or you can send donation to my people before you contacted me, and I will, even though I'm in the middle of my deep sleep, I will get up and talk to you, because you deserve that, because you pay me. Okay, so for those people that really curious about my personal or my private life, I will tell you, sorry, I will not share that. It's normal, so it's normal to attract opposite sex, all right? But you have to know your limit, you have to know your boundaries, okay? Because I know my limit, I know my boundaries, okay? So just be just mindful about what you're gonna ask or what you're gonna say, all right? Don't be surprised is one day I will not talk to you. Okay? So again, as of now, nobody will enter the dragon. Nobody, what I mean is Nobody will take Frank's spot. All right? Nobody. So that's, that's, I stand for that. I stand for that. When I'm with my girlfriend, if I speak of acknowledge another black man, she's asked me to do I know them, and she thinks I know every black guy in Angeles. Well, it's just like, some Filipino are very, um, well, there's nothing wrong. Well, me, Frank, I let talk. Because, in the mall, there's a lot of black men, black men. Like we are in the SNR, it's just like, sometimes I just like suddenly that, Frank is talking. Are you talking to me? No, I shown some black men there. It's just like, say hi, don't, you don't have to be a snobby to your own, to your people, especially if you're in other country. You don't have to do that. But for me, it's okay, Even some women, I don't think that Frank will, I don't think black women will approach Frank or, it depends, it depends. Men, they don't really want. Ay, ay, ay. If I saw women, it doesn't matter what nationality she is. If it's a hi or smile to Franca, it's okay, fine for me. I will not get jealous or what. If I saw women, that go in holding Frank or touching, oh come on. I'm gonna go and tell her, who are you? Especially I'm in the legal. Come on. I will tell, who are you? Because, oh my goodness, guys. That's the reason why, guys, I cannot blame some Filipina that they are get super jealous with their Western men. Because some Filipina, they love to challenge. So if you're not strong enough to hold, I stand my ground for this or what, you might steal some Filipina to your Filipina partner. Okay? So you have to be aware of that. Okay? So they just avoid things it gonna happen in the future. But like in the other hand, if the man will leave you, no matter how good you are, let the man leave you. Okay? So meaning, it's not he's not really serious on you. He's just like one thing that he likes. You know what I mean. Okay, so it's just like, I watched about one of the psychiatrists tell, when you meet a person, the natural scent of a man or woman, when you smell that, if you don't really like that natural scent of a man or woman, meaning you are not compatible with each other. So I give some clue or hints to those boyfriend and girlfriend. If you are talking online and then you are not yet meet in person, once you meet in person, no matter how smell, what perfume you are using, your natural scent will come out. So that natural scent for a man or woman, once you sniff or smell that, if you don't really like, meaning you are not compatible with each other. That's the psychiatrist's explanation. So right there, You don't need to take, oh, it's okay, I will give her a chance or I will give him a chance. Right there, you better stop because it will not work. I meet some sister here on a business trip and talk with them for a nice while. They were very happy to meet me, a black man here in the Philippines. So you got it, guys. Especially, okay, when you meet, I don't know, because I know that, because I also watch and I so also listen about those things for what psychiatrist or psychology tells about when it comes to relationship. So for men, okay, so here's the thing, guys. What I mean is, you don't have to meet, you don't have to meet your girl, or, for women that you don't really, you don't really, of course, you have to clean yourself. But what I mean is, we have a natural scent. That scent is not like, it's not odor smell, okay? It's not really right. Of course, if somebody that you don't brush your teeth, you don't gargles, mouthwash on your, and you have, unpleasant smell on your breath, of course they will turn off. It's not what I mean. So what I mean is, you clean yourself, because when you hug or when you kiss your girlfriend or boyfriend, you will smell the natural scent. Okay? So if that natural scent, oh, you really love, meaning you're meant for each other. So if you don't, your nose is, so meaning you're not. Like cats, like uh, like lions, cheetah, panther, all kinds of different kinds of cats. The thing that they rub, especially cat, they rub their body to you because they leave their scent. It's like territorial thing about this animal, okay? So when you come to their place, they really know you are there. Because you know what? It happens to me that there's a cat. I name it, we have a cat sanctuary here. But, they let that cat out of the sanctuary because that cat is so moody. So they let that cat out. So every time I go to the cat sanctuary, I always visit the cat. And cat, rub. So when I researched, so that they said that the cat leave a scent on you. So when I go there, even though I'm not calling her, I'm not. Oh no, wait, hold on. Is she or he? Oh, he. When I'm there, to visit the cat sanctuary here, I'm not calling him, but in a few minutes, he's there on my side and keep rubbing. But now I don't let that cat rub because I don't want the cat will dominate me. Okay, so I just, no, 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 no. So a few days ago, I went there because, it's gonna be it's gonna be rainy and windy. So I check, the cat there. So they are safe. So I just the cat, and then I told when I leave the area, and then come on, let's go. Cat follow me, and then he wants to go somewhere else. That tried to tell me, come on, follow me. No, I will not. So when I'm done, then I told the cat, come on, he follow me. But same thing, with human. When you smell something that oh, I love this, you will be compatible with each other, but you don't like that smell. This is according to a psychology or psychiatrist. Let me read this. Frank, that's how we are raised, brothers and sisters. I have been sisters saying that black will not speak to them. That is not true. Well, even though me, how can you speak a person that you can really tell that they have a snobby personality? Why should I? Because I know to myself that if I gonna talk there, they're gonna snob me. But for me, I don't really look in different race. Somebody will say hi to me, I say hi. I don't know. There's a lot of black women here. I don't know if they are Jamaican. I don't know if they're uh, Nigerian or African, because they are not talking. But I can really tell that maybe they are not they are not Americans, because I can I have a sense that I can tell that the way that they walk, the way that they dress. Okay, I can tell. And I told that Frank, that man is a black American. I can tell the way that they walk, how they dress. But I tell to Frank, this is not American. When we go to the store, I can tell, oh, Frank, this is not American. He's black, but he's not American. This is one thing that I tell that, I never seen a black American here go to the store just wearing flip-flops with socks. It's not American. Majority of I shown them, and I'm not mistaken, 100% they are American. They were always wearing gym shoes or with socks. So before, I have no idea. When I saw, he's black American, even though they're talking, I have no idea about that. Now I learn. Once they open their mouth, even though they are not open their mouth, I can see, black men, they walk is totally different than Jamaican, than Nigerian. I can really tell the way they walk and the way they dress, the way that they dress themselves. I can tell. Yeah, I remember that, we're in the hotel. Remember that, Frank, in the hotel?
Yeah.
I don't really like there, because there's a what I'm not I feel that I'm with Frank, because in hotel, is that in Discovery or
Yeah,
Malayan?
Discovery.
Discovery, there's a on the rooftop, there's an area there that some closer, most of people, I think those people that we met, Frank, they are call center agent. Okay, so on the rooftop, there's an area there that you can smoke. Okay. And then I don't really like, because there's a white guy. He's nice. He's nice. But he keeps doing that, he keep wink on me. But I did not tell the Frank. He keep wink on me. Oh, come on. What the wink means to me is just like, you hitting on me. Come on, man. I have black men on my arm. Because in America, we might have to run from danger. Yeah, because that's what I noticed. That's one thing that when we watch movie, this Frank told me that if you see a black man run, you run. Not other American, that when they saw that somebody run, they have to stop in. Uzi, who? What happening? What? So Frank told me, if somebody a black man or black woman run, you have to run. I told Frank, what if that black man, comes catching them because they steal from the store? I have to run also. Yeah, when I noticed was because if some in no here's the thing, guys. If Frank talking with the black man here, I will not go there and stop him. I let. And then Frank told me, oh, there's a guy that oh yeah. I think the reason why there's a black guy, we stand for line, to wait for our order. We order, barbecue, chicken wings, okay? So I'm talking while waiting for our order, I talking about Frank about the show that we watch, the House of Dragon and the Game of Throne. And I think he hear that, and then when I go there, and then he approached Frank, and then they talk. He's living in other place in Paranaque, but the same city that we're in, but different area or barangay or district village. Barangay means district village. So it's not true that because Frank, he's running out of his cigarette in the hotel, and then we don't have that brand. That what brand of cigarette? The Newport, Frank? Is that the Newport, the brand of your cigarette? Before you come here,
Yeah.
Newport. So that black woman has a Newport. So he just like, he share his cigarette to Frank, and it's very approaching. I think it's according also the personality of a man. No, I don't think so, because they wonder why men they're not approach. I seen kids running in the mall. It almost started a riot. You know, I don't know. New generation, right? New generation, Joseph. They don't really have manners. Lack of discipline, guys. Sorry to say this for those parents, but their children lack of discipline. So any question? Any question, guys? Yeah, that's so nice. That's so nice. That when you in other country, that's your people will very approachable. That's a nice feeling. You don't feel that you don't want to show snobby also because every time you meet them, they are snobby or what. So I hope that it's clear to me. And by the way, guys, I before I forget this, my membership, the YouTube suggests, to change the amount, okay, but it's not really as other content creator or YouTube channel. So there's new there's a changes about my membership, but it's still affordable, guys. So for those not yet rejoined, feel free. Okay, I really appreciate if you're gonna rejoin. For those not yet part of my membership, feel free. Okay, I really appreciate that. This was in America. A loud bang has the same effect as a gunfire. Cause I last night I think that's in in Cinemax on HBO Max. There's a Matrix marathon, so I watched the Matrix, Matrix Reloaded, and Matrix Revolution. So I literally understand what those content creator, their content is more on passport bro thing. How you deal with that? It's similar. They have they have a point of view that really shown on the Matrix. Okay, so guys, which pill you gonna pick? The red or the blue one? So I'm really planning, to do like, a fashion show about, because, I did shopping online. So I have, my goodness, hello, Miguel. What's up, my dear Miguel? How are you? So I do online shopping. So, oh my goodness. Miguel is so consistent about his endearment term to me, babe. My goodness, bless your heart, Miguel. Or just for Santa. Oh, that's good. That's good, Miguel. Nice to see you here in live chat. Oh my goodness. So I'm trying to do a modeling, but I have to stop and sit back. Do I need to do that? So I decided. So this is one of my outfit that I shop online, because like I went to the mall, okay, in one piece of this top, the price is like 1,500 to 1,200, okay? So for me it's too pricey. Just one. So I spent about like over like 1,600 pesos. So that would be like 10, about $35. I have so many tops that I bought. So you can see, guys, that I'm gonna wear that for my stream, because my tops before, I've been using that for many times, so I have to change outfit. So this is one of the outfit that I bought. So it's better to have this. I have some clothes that I bought in the mall that I love the brand of local brand. No, Bayou. I think it's local brand, but they are nice, but kind of a pricey to me, because one top is just like 12 to 1,500 up. But here, for that amount in one piece of top, I have that. How many top I have? One, two, three, four, five, six. I have six in one dress. So imagine, guys, I saved, and all you have to do, be aware of the style that you pick. But so far so good. It fits on me. Okay, it's not too big, it's not too tight, just right. So you have to be aware of your size. And then it's good thing that if it will not really fit on me, it's near to the place that I can able, to walk in, or they're gonna pick up here in my place. So this fast. So if I don't like, all I need to do, go to the site and tell I return this, and then they will get it right after. Or sometimes you can go there. So that's, I save a lot of money. But the thing is, I spend more my pesos on my shoes. I don't, I'm not bragging myself, guys, but I'm go to the uh, practical side. So before I have so many pairs of shoes. So that's leather, made of China. Even though I'm not wearing that for long, long, long time. And then once the time that I'm ready to wear that, oh my goodness, it starts to peel off. And it happens to me that, this is so embarrassing because one of the Chinese shoes that I wear when I walk, the sole it's left behind of me. So when I told Frank, oh, I left, the sole of my shoes there because that's my Chinese shoes. So Frank told me, no, from now on, you gonna buy real leather. So only two brand of shoes that I really go. No, three brand. I love Skechers. That's U.S. brand. I have I have many pairs of gym shoes, Skechers. I love Skechers because it's really comfortable on my feet. And then the two dress shoes that I love is like, the other Florsheim. I like that. It's kind of a pricey, guys. It's gonna, I have a dress, well, about over 200 bucks, okay, for that. But it's worth it. How many years ago? It's still good. It never fell off. Okay? I can still wear that. The sole is still good. The thing, the leather, it's still good. And then the other one is Pad Deer. It's Italian, it's Italian shoes. I still have that. So it's still good, and then it's comfortable on my feet. It's soft. So I spend more, a little hundreds on my leather. So it's just like, I spend for that. Because sometimes, it looks very, majority of the shoes here is not real leather. Okay? It's leather. So you're gonna waste your money just like a couple of years, and you notice it starts to fall off. That's what happened to my shoes. So all my shoes that, I threw it. So I start when Frank knows that, when I walk, and then my the sole of my shoes it's on the ground. And then said, from now on you will not wear a leather shoes. Hi, Lata, hello. Oh yes. So Himlata, she's an Indian. I'm doing good. How about you? Joseph, sometimes we Filipino, we pronounce, we pronounce Filipino pronunciation. So if you're gonna base on, American pronunciation is totally different, really different. But I wish that, some people, understand my English because that's, Filipino English. It's just like, for American, you have, uh, like button. You don't have to pronounce the letter T. For Filipino, we pronounce that bottom. Mutton. For Filipino, we pronounce that Martin. Like center, we pronounce that center. So it's really different in the sound. Like shh, this sounds like what? Um, hippopotamus. Hippopotamus. So for Filipino, hippopotamus. Hippopotamus for American, right? But for Filipino, hippopotamus. So that's one thing, guys, that, in fact, you know, we Filipino are very, more linguistic. I have a hard time for that. Some English that I cannot really pronounce it. So I have to go on Google, to listen how this sounds like. Like, the spelling of Mississippi. There's a lot of S, there's a lot of I. Okay. Like, uh, supply. You have food supply. But for Filipino, we pronounce that supply. Supply. For American, for Filipino, supply. Like operation, because letter O for American alphabet, you pronounce is A. For Filipino, O. So we pronounce that operation for American, for Filipino, operation. That's why when it comes to American English, it's kind of a tricky, especially when it comes to pronunciation. All right? So we, especially those Filipinos that less education, but some Filipino that they have degree, oh, they're very good. I can tell they're very good to pronounce that. But for those people less, especially for those Western men, particularly American, marry a Filipina living in the countryside. Okay, they have struggling. Okay, They cannot really, that's the thing, guys, that some American men, you should learn some Tagalog or what dialect or language that the person, your girlfriend or your wife, but sometimes they don't really want to learn that, okay, because that's also the thing, the language barrier, because some Filipina, like I said, Filipina living in the countryside that less education, even though that they have the thing to to explain to you so that you will understand, they have a struggling dealing with American English, they cannot really explain that to you. So that's why you don't really get it, why these women are upset, why these women don't really understand what you're talking about, okay. So that's that's the the main problem about that, okay. So you have to learn also, because we also learn that in school. So it's easy for you, it's easy for us to deal with you guys, even though that our English American is like broken, okay. So just like Frank, he speak German, okay. But I told him I prefer you to speak Tagalog. I really appreciate than German, because if I gonna speak like it's kind of a complicated when it comes to language, because like I hear this, I saw this in video. A lot of American, especially white, when they hear somebody like in the States, when they hear somebody speak Spanish or Korean, Chinese, and they think that, they said that, oh, speak English. This is an English country. You have to speak English. English? I know English is originate from England. That's why they call it English. What is American language? What is your language, guys? Do you know what is your language? Because I know my language is. We have different language here in the Philippines, but our national language is Tagalog, not Tagalog. Okay? So I want to, say this some American that sometimes we pronounce different pronunciation with American English, and then you correct us. So now it's my turn to correct you guys. Our language, our national language is not Filipino. All right? Our national language here is Tagalog. Okay? It's not Tagalog or whatever you call that, it's Tagalog. Not Tagalog. Okay? It's Tagalog. So, other language here, like in Luzon, there's so many languages that Filipino use. Okay? They are Ilocano, there are Batangueño, they are Kapampangan, okay? In Visayas, they are Bisaya, they are Waray, they are Hiligaynon. In Zamboanga, in Mindanao, they are Chabacano, they are Ilocano, they are Hiligaynon, they are Bisaya. It's in Mindanao, it's mixed. But I can speak a little Ilocano, I can speak Bicolano or what. Alright? So, we don't really consider that as a language. For me, it's a language. Okay? But we call that dialect. There is no American language. Yes, I agree with that. That's why I said, so I don't want to confuse some English, because when you say English, that's their That's why it's originated in England. They are English. Their language is English. So in American, that's why I said American English. So I don't want my, I don't want British people will confuse, okay? Because I'm talking American, but I said yeah, English. So I have to write on the end is, you know, American English. I can speak this in Ilocano, Awanti Kwartam. Okay? That's Ilocano, another dialect or another language here in northern Luzon. Walang pera. Okay? So I can speak that in Ilocano, Awanti Kwartam. I can speak a little Ilocano. Actually, the girlfriend of 8,000 miles away, she's Ilocana. I understand if she's talking to me Ilocana, I understand her. What? Ano ang ginagawa mo? To me, it makes no sense to live in the country and not try to speak the language. Actually, that's one thing that, Western people are very spoiled to us. We're the one who adjusts the language. Even though that's one thing, guys, that, okay, some Western people, they mocking some Filipina that they have a hard time. They are struggling to deal with that American English or English because of that. So for those have education, yeah, it's not really hard for them to deal with that. But for those less education, yeah, they have, they are struggled for that. So if you know how to speak their mother tongue, that would be good, so that your girlfriend or your wife can able to explain why she act like this, why she do that, why she say that. That's the thing. It's just like, some Filipino women, they just use basic American English when they're gonna construct grammatically sentence. It's hard for them, even though that we learned that in school. So like I said, it's according what education level they finish. So more education higher education that you finish, more knowledge you learn. Then that's the thing that, you know that's one thing that I don't really understand, why there's some American, they try to, they have a struggling of what you have to learn also, how to speak their mother tongue, or their dialect, or language, because of that. That's, I think, that's one of the factors why some Western and Asians relationship did not really work. At first it's okay, but once they reach the peak that you can really graduated in this situation, you will tell, oh, finally. Because my marriage life, first 5 years, that the wood marriage life, there's, before you become to the level of wood marriage, you have a lot of struggle, you have a lot of problem. You don't know my problem, you don't know my struggle before I reach that years. Okay, but sometimes some people, they cannot reach that level of marriage life. They gave up. So that's the one thing, guys, that uh, language is very important. Okay, not body language, but uh, verbal language is very important. It's less words in Tagalog than English. What do you mean? Oh, no matter what, I'm still fluent in my mother tongue. But I don't use that, except if my siblings coming here or my sisters coming here. That's the time that I can use that. But I never forget my mother tongue. So actually, it's not my mother tongue. The Tagalog, our national language, is not my mother tongue. Okay, so I'm very fluent in Tagalog. Actually, when I was study, I have a high grades in my subject, Filipino subject. Even in my English, yeah. Do I have 90? Well, I'm gonna check because I have my record here, my high school record, and well, I did not get some record of my when I was grade school, but I have because when you go to college, you have record for your high school before you for enrollment. I have, I think I have. I have a good grades in English. But I'm not really good in math, but I try my best. So, okay, before I gonna end this, once again, guys, I'm gonna say this once more. So for those who wants to contact me in my WhatsApp, if you need a legal advice or a personal question, and all you have to do, just it's no longer free, guys. The consultation or the advice is no longer free. All you need to do, just send me a donation on my PayPal. It gonna be appears your name, what name you gonna use. Even though in the middle of the night, if you really need my help, I will get up and talk to you. All right. So for those people wanted to contact me, wants to know about my personal life or my private life, I will not take care of that. I will not cater of that, and I will not entertain of that. All right, so I stopped dealing with that. Okay, so show me respect and I will show you respect as well. So once again, guys, thank you so much for those people who come here. Okay, before that, let me. You can use ate in kuya, kuya, ate. That's the past tense, when we pronounce that, the past tense of ate. Ate or eat. The past tense of past tense of eat, ate. We call that ate. Ate is the older sister. Kuya is the older brother. Okay? You cannot call ate to a young lady if you're older than her. Okay? Just to be specific on that. Okay? I cannot call a man kuya if he's younger than me. The ate is older sister, kuya is the older brother. So here's the thing, guys. Here's the other thing, okay? We Filipino, we use ate and kuya for this young little girl. We use that as our endearment term, all right? Because I do that. Okay, so that's my endearment term for those I don't know them, so that you don't not sound rude to them, or you have no manners. You shown respect, okay? Don't call the little girl kuya or ate. Okay? Unless that you have endearment to that, okay? So for those Western people, don't call ate to a woman that younger than you. Okay? You can call miss or sir or ma'am. For Filipino, so that you will not be slapped on your face. Okay? Not all Filipino can understand. Some Filipino, they take that insult. Okay? You must be aware of that. So if you don't know the age, you can call ma'am, or if you for women, if you don't know the age or what, you can call sir. Okay, that's don't call a man kuya if you don't know him. Because sometimes they will take that as an insult. Okay, so don't be surprised that one day somebody will slap your face. So if you don't really know, because like I said, the only, ate means older sister or big sister. Same thing with the kuya, okay? That's older brother or big brother, kuya. Young man, girl, young girl. Uh, no. Well, in Tagalog, guys, there's a category for a kid, for a boy. Like the age, like teenager, you can call two, tutoy, or that's like teenager, like 11 until 19 or 20, you can call tutoy. For kid like 10 years old below, you can call utoy. There's so many words, but for those age, yeah, you can call you can call little girl, little boy for English. But in Tagalog, you can call tutoy or utoy. For the girl, you can call neneng or ining. In Tagalog, huh? In Tagalog. But in Visayas, there's so many terms that you can call. Like in Hiligaynon, you can call tuto, dudoy, nunoy. Tuto, dudoy, nunoy. In Bisaya, in Cebu, in also Hiligaynon, inday, not inday. That's in their turn. So it's kind of tricky. You have to use that in a right age, in a right gender. Oh, thank you so much. Wow. Okay, Joseph, I give you something here, huh? Okay, hold on. Thank you so much. So okay, so for Western people, so before that, we have we Filipino here in Metro Manila, in Luzon. Okay, so before I gonna end up, because we're talking about the calls for those, male and female, older and younger. Here in Metro Manila, okay, we always say po for young people. Okay, I cannot say po to older than me. Okay, I can't. Only for, like example, Frank is older than me, all right? I'm younger than him. I'm gonna say po to him. But since that he's my husband, I don't need to say po. But still, for Filipino, you still gonna say that to him. If you are Filipino, it's shown respect to him. You can still able to say po to him. But older people cannot say po. Your same age and older than you, you can't. Just only for young, po. But for those older, you can say ho. Okay. I'm gonna type. I'm gonna type it so that you will see the difference. This is, okay, po for younger than you. And then who, we pronounce that who. Okay. So I'm gonna type po for younger people. Okay, you cannot say po to older people. You have to say ho. Like example, if Frank said, "Oh, Lily, did you eat?" I'm gonna respond to him, "Not yet, ho." But if I ask younger people, "Did you eat?" and they will say, "Not yet po." Okay, you see the difference, guys? Because sometimes I don't want to be mean, because I shown that they really want to adopt Filipino culture when it comes to respect. But guys, just to correct this, for I hear somebody call me po, okay, and even though that they are older than me, okay. But anyway, so if you're gonna say something, for those older than you, you always say ho, hindi ho. Like example, Frank will tell me, "Oh, have you eaten, Lily?" And then I'm gonna tell him in Tagalog, "Hindi ho." So you don't have to say, you have always say ho at the end of the word of po and ho. There's a question mark. You have to show politely. It's not the thing that you pronounce hindi ho. No, you have to show that there's a tone. Filipino language is kind of a tricky, guys. Okay, just to let you know about that. So anyway, so that's the thing that I really appreciate, those people who try to learn some Tagalog. But I hope that one day I gonna do a segment that I can share, especially for those Western people, that they really aware of words that they gonna use, so that they will not laugh at you, because some Filipino guys, they laugh at you because you use the wrong, but sometimes they laugh at you. Two things that why they laugh, because they love to hear your accent. Okay, that we Filipino, we laugh because of that, we happy to hear that some, like American or European, that try to pronounce our language, that uh, is not their accent. It's cute to hear that. So don't get offended, don't get upset if we laugh about that, okay? Just to let you know, guys, that we happy because you try your best, to pronounce that, okay? I'm so old. I guess I never used phone. Yes, you have, you don't. Okay, but here's the thing, Joseph. Okay, here's the thing. That example, your age is 70, and somebody will ask like 90 years old. You have to say po to him because he's older than you. But if somebody will ask you younger than you don't have to say po to that person. But like I said, that if he or she's older than you have to say po. Okay. So once again, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate, especially you, Joseph. I really appreciate your donation. So once again, guys. So see you on Sunday, guys, because that's very interesting topic. So this topic I just shared, I update and update on my channel and a few reminders. Okay, so don't feel that I will not entertain you guys on my contacts on my channel, my WhatsApp and my email. Okay, I still, but you must be aware of the rules that I implemented for that. Okay, I will not entertain, I will not cater personal or your curiosity about my personal life. Be civil on your question. Okay, so once again, guys, what if I can find someone? What do you mean if you can find someone? I hope I'm gonna go in different. So I try to travel different outside Metro Manila. I'm gonna travel to Cavite. I'm gonna travel to Nueva Ecija. I'm gonna do an interview for those single Filipina who want what is their preference to find a Western man. What age? So you can really tell. I really want to do that. Okay, so I have sister in Nueva Ecija and I have sister in Cavite. That's in Aguinaldo town. So let's see, guys. So it's I'm gonna base this according what how you often need to send me a donation, because I will not do that if nobody will go and send me a donation for that. So it's gonna be interesting. Older than me. If I can't find someone older than me, how old are you? How old are you? Right now, I'm curious. How old are you? How old are you? As long as you're still breathing, for those single men, it doesn't matter what age you are or what country you from. Keep keep doing. Don't lose your hope. Okay, there's still, we all have partner. We born that we have partner in life. Okay, it's not 69. Wow, that's a nice age. Well, you can still find, Joseph. You can still find. I guarantee you that. It's according what preferences that you will find to a woman, okay? You can still. I guarantee you that. I'm not, I'm not, I'm not BSU when it comes to that. I'm serious. You can still find. All right. So again, guys, I will not stay long here. Okay, so don't lose your hope, because remember what Lilibet Tates tells you guys, that we born that we have partner, but the only thing is we don't know how to find them, because there's so many temptation that our path, to find our mate. There's so many trials. So if you're temp, that's one thing, that it's hard for you to find your partner, but we born that we all have partner in life. All right. I told what? I told my daughter in America is a nursing home. I told my daughter in America in a nursing home. You know what? You're still, if you really take care of yourself, look, Frank is older than you. He found me, but he still look young at his age. My goodness. All you have to do is find the right person who will really take care of you good. Okay? If you find a Filipina, true Filipina, real Filipina, who really loves you, who really cares for you, your age is doesn't matter, Joseph. If you really want to find your mate, all right? So this is the Filipina point of view. Age doesn't matter to us, all right? As long as you treated us with respect, with dignity, everything's followed, all right? We're very loyal. We stick in your, until the end of our breath, okay? Find the right Filipina. Sometimes, you find a Filipina, but she's not the right. That's the thing. Oh my goodness. Oh, I wish that you can, one day that you decided, to visit Philippines. Maybe I can share this baby barbecue baby back ribs. He's good, okay. Especially the chicken. Oh my goodness. I actually, that's we celebrate that Fourth of July, and Frank loves, especially chicken. I love the chicken, than the ribs. Because here they don't really cut the right. How they cut the ribs? They cut too thick the meat, and then just a little meat on the ribs. Most of, I don't know, they don't know how to cut. But for the chicken, oh my goodness, you really love the chicken. It's it's still soft inside. It's still not dry. It's what do you call that? Juicy. And even though that it's kind of when I do that, actually I don't grill that. I bake that. So even though it's hot, it's okay, because Frank, I let him feel that he's American, he's that Filipino, because Frank don't really eat oftenly as I do rice. My diet is very simple. I'm good with the steamed fish, steamed vegetable, and steamed rice. I'm good with that. So even years that I cannot eat chicken or beef or pork, I'm good with vegetable and fish or dried fish. But sometimes, I let my husband feel that, you're still American even though you're here in the Philippines. But not and oftenly to do that because it's too much, work. I make sure that I painted with lots of especially when you do that in the oven, you have to set the time, because if you're not good in timing to put the sauce, it's gonna be dry, and all the juice from the meat, it gonna be dripping. So I have to, it takes a lot of time. That's why I told Frank, I think it's time for us to buy a air condition in the kitchen area. Because I always, it's hot. It's hot. I don't complain about how I cook. Okay, because I'm very patient, to do that. Because I want make sure that I serve a good food, and I want Frank the way that he wants for his barbecue. But that's the only thing that I always hear from him. Oh my God, Frank, it's so hot, hot. Mainit. So guys, Frank knows that. Frank can justify that I never complain everything. Okay, everything. Sometimes when it makes all the hard time, all the hot from the oven. When I saw my husband, he enjoyed the barbecue. Whew, it's just like worth it. I feel good about that. Because that's one thing, if you cook something and somebody enjoy the food, they like the flavor, they like the taste, the texture, it's a big compliment for those who cook that food. So guys, I will not stay long. Okay, so Joseph, once again, maraming maraming salamat for your donation. So for those who wants to contact me on my WhatsApp, my WhatsApp number there, it's still there. Okay, so I will appreciate that. And then for those who wants to come here to the Philippines, if you want to go around Metro Manila, just let us know. We can be your tour guide, but if the price is right. Okay? Okay. If the price is right. So once again, Lilibet Tate channel is